Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we'll see the veteran Joe Flacco and his new team, the Denver Broncos, as they take on Jacoby Brissett and the Indianapolis Colts. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. See if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they come in wondering what on earth is going on here as they sit in last place at 0-7.
And it's really difficult to report to work every day with that type of a losing streak looming over you. How do you break out of it? And you're looking at each other to try and figure it out.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. It'll be Jacoby Brissett under center for the Colts. He, of course, made 15 starts in Andrew Luck's absence 2 years ago. Not much required of him last year. He threw just 4 passes total. But that experience as a starter, very valuable in this learning process. Quick throw here to Hilton. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Brissett sets to throw it. Catch made here by Campbell. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football, got to him, and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
Flacco going to bring up the Broncos 1st and 10 at their own 22. Flacco from the gun. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. 1st and 10 here for Flacco. And this one's incomplete. Cortland Sutton is the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. The offensive starters now for the Broncos.
So let's all work together on this one because it's natural to just watch the football. But I want all of us to watch the center of this offensive line, the center and the 2 guards. They've got to be able to control the point of attack, and they didn't do such a good job on that last play. Plenty of opportunities to redeem themselves. They'll have to take advantage of that and start to make progress.
A look there at the defensive starters for the Colts. They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Operating off play action, Flacco. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Freeman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Setting up to throw, Flacco. He's got his big tight end, Fant. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Second and 4 at the Colts 32-yard line.
Now it's Flacco. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. 1st and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. That's complete to Jake Butt. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The numbers for him from a week ago. 7 catches, 79 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
That'll go as a loss of 5, and that'll make it a 2nd down. They go pass again with Flacco. And that's complete to Sanders. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Flacco, and he's got Hireman. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3. Now the 4th-year man from Utah, Devontae Booker. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. A 2nd down carry for Booker. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Flacco to throw here on 3rd down. Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. This will be, 38 yards out. The kick by McManus is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. They moved the ball pretty well there on the opening drive. You think they're okay settling for 3?
I don't think they're happy about settling for 3, but I think you're exactly right with the word okay, because they threw it well, they ran it well. Excellent balance for the first drive of the game.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see with the deep. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way down to the 35. A huge play that time for the Colts. And even 40 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? Guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris. And here are the Colts offensive starters.
And the schedule makers have given them a little break right here. Back-to-back home games, and they won last week. So they're trying to make it 2 in a row before they hit the road next week. They have to take advantage of this break in the schedule.
And now this is Hilton on the receiving end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Check, 47. Here we go, G.
First down, Brissett. Ebron caught left side. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Eric Ebron, his second touchdown on the season. And the Colts have taken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out and out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. He's got Jake Butt as tight end. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
A gain of 37 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. On second down and 4, Flacco. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down. They'll try and run with Bunker. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Freeman. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know that makes some adjustments.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw is Brissett. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Here's a carry for the fullback. This is Andy Janovich. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 3-yard line.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. On 3rd down, Freeman. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of it. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Brissett on 1st down. Campbell making the catch. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give the Colts 13 yards at a first down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
On 2nd and 12, Brissett firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 15-yard line. Brissett now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. Now Brissett.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Broncos will take over on downs.
53, Mike, 53. Watch QB drop.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Flacco from the shadow of the goalpost. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
It's caught by Sanders. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. The 6th season in Denver now for Emmanuel Sanders after those 4 years in Pittsburgh. And you may recall Sanders tore his Achilles December 5th last year in practice. But before the injury, he was on his way to another 1,000-yard season. Would have been his 4th in his first 5 years in a Bronco uniform. And now at 32 years of age as he tries to return to full speed. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On the carry, it's Booker. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. On second down, Booker. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. 3rd and long for Joe Flacco. And Sanders has got it complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
Under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
To try again after the sack. Flacco, a pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
Vinatieri now for the point after. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A reminder, later tonight, Sunday Night Football, will see a game in the NFL 100 series, a rematch of the very first AFL-NFL championship game, later, of course, known as Super Bowl. Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose, and the Colts pick it up. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready, and they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And they can't bring him down. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. And an alley to run. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
False start, offense.
They get the all-pro guard there, Quentin Nelson. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Marlon Mack. Able to slither by. And running with power here. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one 28 yards on the ground. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. That ball caught by Funchess. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Devin Funchess, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. So that drive, 4 plays, and the result for the Colts is a touchdown. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On 2nd and 10, Flacco, complete out right to Jake Butt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Check 41. I want that. Give me that ball, defense.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Flacco, open man, here is Hamilton. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, Flacco. And he's got Booker. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. And again, it's Flacco to throw. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
A 47-yard attempt.
And McManus able to put it through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8.
Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On the draw, it's Booker. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. Finds Jake Butt over the middle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So that one will be accepted.
Here we go. Here we go.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back.
Offense.
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A 5-yard gain brings up 2nd down.
On 2nd down now, Booker. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole, 3rd and long. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Flacco from the gun. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Flacco off play action, looking for the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Shotgun handoff to Booker. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. To pass, Flacco. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Andre Holmes, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
McManus's point after is good, and that will shave 1 more off this lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Try to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Here's Brissett. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Good job by this defense, and now playing what they call complementary football. Offense scores a touchdown for them, so they come right out, force what should be a 3 and out, and keep the momentum squarely on their side.
Fielded at the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The drive starts with Devontae Booker, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Freeman. You think back to 2018, many people thought it would be Royce Freeman taking over as the lead back in Denver. Spent a 3rd-round pick on him, but it was Phillip Lindsay who would be in the catbird seat as the #1 running back. But still for Freeman, not a bad rookie campaign, 521 yards and 5 touchdowns as the backup. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
On 2nd and very short, Brissett. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try and run with Ware. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On first down, Mack trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The tackle made by Todd Davis.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brissett, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Brissett. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
That's complete to his receiver, Kane. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Deon Kane, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and that will make this a 19-point game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays, and it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
A gain of 5.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Flacco now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down, Denver.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Flacco throws complete to Sutton. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
A gain of 12. First down, Broncos.
Booker on first down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the 9-yard line.
On 2nd down and 4, Flacco. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. 3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Well, that field goal block pretty much sums up the day for them, doesn't it?
Boy, it really does. What's the word we often use? Symptomatic. It's just been a sign of how this one's gone.
Give a lot of credit to the guys who got in and blocked the kick. They've had the advantage all game, and they continue to press it.
So here are the Colts to take over. They were able to defeat Houston last week. They lead things here as well as they try to make it 2 victories in a row. So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. Brissett. Complete to Hilton. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Brissett now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On the ground, it's Mack. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. And Denver getting set to take the field.
The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown, a field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
At the 31-yard line.
Now it's Flacco. That's complete to Jake Butt. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Third down, Flacco from the gun. And that is incomplete. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Flacco. And this is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Mack. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
They'll go again here with Mack. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They're going to look to throw on 4th with Flacco. And he's got Hireman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
False start, offense.
That's Garrett Bowles, the former first-round pick, the guilty party. On 2nd down, Flacco to throw. He's got Jake Butt as tight end. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Flacco. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Andre Holmes that time, but it's going to be 2nd down. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Flacco to throw here on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Flacco looks to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17. They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll run it. This is Booker. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Devontae Booker. His first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos cut into that lead.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Now Flacco will lead them up as they're going to go for 2. They'll try and run with Freeman. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Marlon Mack now heading back out there. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments. And you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. First down, Brissett. He completes this one to Mack. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Brissett sets to throw it. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Brissett. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. Flacco going to bring up the Broncos 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Flacco from the gun. And that is incomplete. Devontae Booker, the man he was trying to get it to. And that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Passing play, Flacco. And this is incomplete. Tried to get that one to Jake Butt. And it'll bring up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Flacco. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marlon Mack, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit. But for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 18 big yards on that one and a Denver first. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about it.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else. It makes a dramatic play.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one for Indianapolis resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
At the 39-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
Josie Jewell on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Adam Gotsis, the Aussie, with a sack. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Colts, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Denver, changes could be in the air as they fall to 0-8 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.